everyone, I'm Karthik. We are Nodexus, and we are an angel-funded startup that is commercializing a technology to combat one of the most devastating of diseases. This is a personal story for our whole team, and I'm sure many of you as well, who have known someone, whether it's a friend, a family member, or a loved one, who's been diagnosed with cancer. Imagine the day they found out. Now imagine the day they found out that their cancer spread and it was too late to stop. There are over 15 cancer deaths every minute, and 90% of these deaths are due to metastases, or cancers that spread beyond their primary location. Studies have shown that circulating tumor cells, or CTCs, are responsible for the spread of cancer throughout the body. Detection of CTCs in the blood can serve as an early warning system for the spread of cancer before it's too late. The challenge here is that CTCs are extremely rare. There are typically only 1 to 10 CTCs hidden among billions of other cells in a single blood draw. So we really are looking for a needle in a haystack. The Nodexus technology is composed of a hardware platform and disposable cartridges, which allow for versatile detection, analysis, and collection of CTCs. This provides the doctor with prognostic value as well as the ability to perform drug discovery and develop novel therapies. Oops. Ultimately, the Nodexus technology enables transformative changes in healthcare by reducing out-of-pocket costs to the patient by up to an order of magnitude compared to traditional biopsies. Further, we provide value to the hospital by reducing labor times and ultimately improving overall patient outcomes. Due to the inherent versatility of the technology, we can generate revenue even prior to regulatory approval as a research lab tool, and this will allow us to be highly capital efficient as we move forward into the clinical market. We have a number of advisors and investors that have extensive experience working at market leaders such as Genentech and BD Biosciences, and these individuals will be instrumental as we take our products to market. We are Nodexus, and we're commercializing over a decade of research and development, and we're hoping you'll join us for this journey. Thank you.
All right, start the Q&A.
So as a diagnostic product, what are the FDA and CMS issues? And the second one is, who are your potential ideal distribution partners and acquirers?
Sure. So from the FDA side, so FDA versus CMS was the first question. And really the deliberation that we went through for 510K versus CLIA, or an add-on with a CLIA type system, is first, there is an FDA Class 2 approved system on the market for CTC detection. That is the Vator Cell Search platform. And so they have a very well laid out clinical trial pathway. So they have 150 patients, 1,500 samples, 20 to 21 week, 3 to 4 week follow-ups was the trial that they submitted and got clearance for breast cancer, colorectal, and prostate cancer. And so it's a very clear pathway to follow for the 510K. And really the 510K leverages a lot of the advantages that our product has compared to some of the competitors, which is that a service model is not really what we're fully interested in. We like the idea that because we have a low cost, very easy to use platform, we can give it to, we'd like to distribute it to hospitals and even lower, smaller clinics that don't necessarily have the infrastructure or centralized lab facilities necessary. This is something where our platform can really make a huge impact. You want to take the, you want to repeat your, can you repeat your second question?
It was as far as distribution partners and acquirers.
Right, that's something, so right now we're just targeting, I guess, a few big facilities in terms of establishing pilot programs, but beyond that we do envision working with group purchasing organizations and partnering to really aggressively bring it to market. So.
Great, well, not like that. I applaud what you're doing. As somebody who has been touched by cancer as well, I understand how harrowing the journey can be for patients. And
Sharon, turn your mic on.
Basically.
I'll repeat it. Go ahead. It looks like this mic is mic's on.
So much for that. I'm curious if you could talk a little bit about the patient experience and how you see the patient trajectory changing once your product is on the market.
Patient experience.
And particularly for people who are in, or believe they're in remission, what does their future look like if you're successful?
Absolutely. I mean, this is something where it gets into really the ease of use and the ability to perform more frequent monitoring. So one of the problems right now is just the pain points that we've talked to patients and oncologists is, if you're doing the test, the screening, very large intervals of testing, you might miss a data point there in between. So what we're targeting here is really the ease of use to just take a blood draw and perform tests on a more regular schedule. So if it is coming back, if it is becoming more aggressive, you can pick that up earlier. And one of the other things is, as Anand was mentioning, due to the low cost and ease of use of the system, we're targeting not just centralized facilities. We want to have more spread of the distribution so patients can get results even at smaller clinical facilities rather than relying on larger centralized locations. So,
how's your particular product going to meet their needs 10x better? So just would like to understand that. And number two would be, how much capital are you raising and what does success looks like for that capital raise?
Let's answer this quickly so we can hop over to Mike. We got 1 minute.
yeah,
Sure, I can start from the last question first. We're just in the midst of closing our seed round. Actually, we're raising $1.5 million, and we're nearly done with it. So really, our next raise, which the timeline slide highlighted, was a Series A round of about 5 to 8, and so that's what we're gearing up toward. And really, there's a lot of the oncologists that we've spoken to, for instance, there is that one FDA-approved system, and really there's a lot of complaints with it due to underperformance as well as the sensitivity for multiple subtypes of CTCs. Tumors are very heterogeneous. There's lots and lots of cells. If you're only detecting one small subset, you might be missing the entire picture, which is actually the case in what's happening right now. And so they're not very happy with the solutions that they do have, and there are competitors that are emerging, but we think that we have a lot of unique advantages with our platform that a lot of people have expressed a lot of interest.
Okay, we got Mike. One quick question here.
Sure, just to expand on the last question, who do you consider your key competitors right now?
Real fast, 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, there's a number. I mean, Veridex, obviously the established FDA-approved system out there, has a number of pain points that are associated with it. So there's a number of companies that are entering the space, but we do feel we have strategic advantages in terms of specifically on collecting unaltered CTCs for drug discovery, things like that.
All right,
so,
great.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, Nodexus.